What's good, YouTube? I got a banger here for you all, and this might be the best build in Diablo 4. Now, this build, it can one-shot bosses, elites, just really about anything, and it's pretty crazy. Now, uh, I'm not the highest level, so I'm not gonna be one-shotting anything in the gameplay, because I'm only level 40, but besides, the whole one-shot bosses, this build is super good early game. You can clear out dungeons super quickly to get more XP quicker, you know, and it's super fun. The survivability is insanely high, the damage is high, and you just can't really get bored playing this build. And as you see here, I'm melting the HP on these guys and these elites. Now, if you want to see people one-shotting with this build, you can go check out, I believe his name is Moxie. I think he has a really good video on this build. He really goes in like detail on the whole build, and he absolutely one-shots everything. But on how to make the build, let's get into that, shall we? So first, we have Storm Strike. It can chain up to 3 enemies, it can make them vulnerable, and it just does decent damage, and we want the vulnerability from it. And then we have Landslide, the main aspect of the build. So it can hit multiple enemies and at a time, and it just fucks them up with crazy damage, as you see here. It's just OP, and that's what we're really focusing. Now, next we have Earthen Bulwark, I think that's how you say it. It's just a barrier that absorbs an X amount of your base life, and once it gets destroyed, it explodes, dealing a shit ton of damage to anyone around it. Now, mine's not super crazy because I haven't really been doing anything with it. Uh, Poison Creeper, though, it grabs any enemy with, like, in it and making them immobilized and poisoning them for a huge amount of damage for 3 seconds, which is insane because it absolutely melts everything. Then we have Trample, where you just run into them, knock them back, and if you knock them back, it does even more damage, and it stuns them for 3 seconds. So you can really get huge amounts of damage off. And then we have Petrify, which any enemy in it turns into stone for 5 seconds, and you do 30% increased critical strike damage. And then bosses, you do 50% more for a few seconds, which is huge. Then we have Nature's Fury, so Earth skills, 30% chance to turn into a free storm, and vice versa, storm into an earth, which is like the key thing here. As you see in the background, I got 2 free storm skills, which just melted everything. And it allows you to clear out these huge groups incredibly quickly. But for these extra like skills, I don't really know too much about these. I just went up to Wild Impulses so I get more damage with my core skills, and then Instinct for more critical strike damage, and then Iron Fur so I take less damage when I'm using Trample, and Defiance so my nature magic does more damage against elites. Now, like I said, Moxie, he really goes into detail. He has, like, his build's like perfect. So you want to check him out, for a much more full, completed build. Uh, you can go ahead and do that. And that's all I really have for you guys today. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace.